Everyone, and welcome to our regular council meeting for Monday, June 15th, 2026. We will call to order with a pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence as we humbly seek wisdom, clarity, and discernment in the work before us. May we be guided in service to the community with fairness, integrity, and responsibility. If you could rise and join me, please. And I have all of you. It's the small things. All right. Our first order of business is going to be a presentation regarding the Joseph Thomas Family Cemetery Eagle Scout project. And Caleb Keskey is going to come in and share with us his Eagle Scout project. Welcome, Caleb.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Caleb Keskey. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Hello, Madam Mayor, council members, and my fellow TGKans. My name is Caleb Keskey. I'm a Life Scout for Troop 250. I'm here to inform you about my Eagle project at the Joseph Thomas Family Cemetery. In my project, I will be beautifying and cleaning the cemetery, including putting in no-maintenance grass and deer-resistant wildflower seeds, and low-hanging branches, making the cemetery visible from the road. My hope for this project is to increase awareness of those resting in the cemetery, which is often overlooked or ignored. Since I started my project and have been sharing my project with people, only 5 or 6 people have known about it or acknowledged it, or even know that it exists. In the cemetery, there are 18 grave sites, only 8 of which have headstones, and 2 of the people buried there are Civil War soldiers, and you can see small Confederate flags by their grave sites sometimes. And most people that I've met, most of the people, they usually refer to it as the Civil War cemetery, but it's just a small family cemetery. To follow through with my project, I need your help to raise money to fund it. I am trying to raise $3,500. I know it seems like a lot, but for a small project like mine, but most of the money is going towards a historical plaque that will inform anyone who reads it about the cemetery itself and the history of it. If I still have money remaining, when I'm done with my project, I will donate the rest to the Fort Mill History Museum. And if you would like to donate today, I will have a QR code up on the screen that will take you to Free Funder. If you want to help with my project, we'll have a sign up in fall. And does anyone have any questions?
What encouraged you to do this project?
So I'm a den chief, and me and my mom, when we were going to the den meetings, we would always pass the cemetery, and I noticed it was getting a bit overgrown, and I didn't really ever see anyone acknowledge it. And so I was thinking it would be a good Eagle project to bring awareness to it.
Okay. What's your vision for it? What are some of the things that you plan to do?
My plan for it is to put no maintenance grass and wildflowers to hopefully make people more attracted to it and want people to visit it more often.
And this is where you're saying the deer
Yeah.
resistant?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to be the first one to take your QR code, and I'm going to challenge everybody sitting here with me to do the same. So here we go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Caleb.
Awesome job, Caleb. So just real quickly, it was about 5 years ago that I bought popcorn from Caleb. He was selling it. We're neighbors. The Keskeys are a great family. So I watched you go from this young guy aspiring to be an Eagle Scout to where you are now. So it's so great to see you progress to this point. Congratulations and thanks for your service.
Okay, item number, or B on this, is recognizing some accomplishments with a couple of proclamations, so I'm going to make my way back down there. Okay, first one is this seems like Groundhog Day. Proclamation recognizing the Fort Mill High School boys and girls track and field teams as South Carolina's 5A Division A state champions. Congratulations, guys. Whereas the Fort Mill High School boys and girls track and field teams captured the South Carolina's 5A Division State 2 championship on May 16, 2026, scoring 95 points and 82 points respectively. Whereas it was the boys track and field team's first ever state championship and the girls track and field team second in a row. Whereas with these 2 wins, Coach Lee Whitaker became the first coach in South Carolina's history to win 4 state championships in one academic year, giving him 9 state championships overall. Whereas the following athletes won their individual events at the state meet: Mia Williams, the 100-meter and triple jump; Lauren Allen, Mia Zook, Kaylee Rubenstein, and Marley Cook, the girls' 4x800 relay; Wyatt Grimillion, the 800-meter; Connor Demerly, the 1600-meter; and Frank Lickrone, Quillen O'Toole, Wyatt Grimillion, and Connor Demerly, the boys, say that right for me, 4x800, okay, thank you. Whereas the Fort Mill High School boys and girls track and field programs continue a proud tradition of excellence, with these championships adding to their growing legacy as one of South Carolina's premier athlete programs. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Mayor and City Council of the City of TGK, duly assembled, do hereby recognize and congratulate the Fort Mill High School boys and girls track and field teams, their coaches and families, for this remarkable achievement and for representing our community with pride, unity, and competitive excellence. Congratulations.
Great job. Awesome. Good stuff.
Okay, moving on to our second proclamation of the night. This is a proclamation recognizing the City of TGK as the 2025 Tree City USA, and also in recognition of Tim Gillette as our city arborist. Whereas trees provide countless benefits to our community, including cleaner air and water, energy savings, increased property values, improved mental and physical health, and enhance natural beauty. Whereas, as the City of TGK has been officially named a 2025 Tree City USA by the Arbor Day Foundation in recognition of its commitment to effective urban forest management and exemplary dedication to community forestry. And whereas the city has demonstrated its long-term investment in a healthy urban forest through professional planning, sustained funding, and public engagement in tree care and conservation. Now therefore, we, the City Council of TGK, does hereby proclaim, recognize, and celebrate the city's designation as a 2025 Tree City USA and extends its sincere gratitude and commendation to Tim Gillette for his exemplary service, expertise, and unwavering commitment to protecting and enhancing the urban forest for the benefit of current and future generations. Thank you, Tim. Okay, we are going to head on to our city manager's report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of council. First from administration, obviously at the last meeting, there was a lot of conversation regarding the 82X bus route. And as we have shared today, while that route may be coming to an end in July, there is an alternative for those, especially living here in TGK, that wish to continue to use a bus route to get to uptown Charlotte, whatnot, with the 41X route. We've shared that on our communication platforms so that people can have that information. Hopefully, it'll serve as a interim gap until some final decision at some point down the road can be made. With Development Services in the Grove, they submitted construction plans for their anchor commercial building in Phase 1. So that's going through plan review, building plan review now, and staff is working with representatives from the Grove to begin final plat process for Phase 1 so that they can move forward with vertical construction here pretty soon. So I'd imagine probably by the August Planning Commission meeting, they should be looking at that. Permitting totals over the past month, 110 total permits issued, 7 of those being residential certificates of occupancy, and 9 new home permits issued. Down in our fire department, calls for service, had 139 emergency calls for service, 160 non-emergency calls for service, and 2 school fire drills conducted for a total calls for service of 301. From a community engagement standpoint, open house visit, Tiger Kim's Taekwondo, which is right across the street from Fire Station 1, welcomed firefighters at their open house. Children and adults interacted with our fire department and talking about fire safety. The learning experience, which is the child care center there at the corner of Stonecrest and Hubert Graham, brought their kids over to the fire station for a tour, and the team was able to share fire safety with them. And the national, they also participated with the National Walk, Bike, and Roll to School Day, and which they do every time they have it. And it's a great interaction with the kids and the parents on their way to school. Year to date, the team has completed, just in the month of May, the team completed 178.5 training hours, so staying busy there. Participated with our response partners on Lake Wiley for several days of sonar, radar, and FLIR search training and whatnot on the road. It's great to see multiple agencies being able to come together and do some very, very worthwhile training out on Lake Wiley. 3 county meetings for the Technical Response Working Group Plan with water responses, trench and confined spaces. And this past weekend at the conference, we were once again awarded the Fire Safe City designation. So hats off to Chief Hasty and our firefighters there for getting that, being recognized for that once again. And while at the conference, we also had 2 members of our junior firefighter program that we've gotten started to compete in the junior firefighter statewide competition. So a lot of fun there and a lot of good recognition for the city. In our public works and stormwater, the team's been repainting stop bars throughout various sections of the city, in addition to weekly curbside collection of yard debris. And they continue to clean storm drain lines and repair outfalls and inlets around the city. And they were able to complete 3 more this past month, so staying busy there. With our utilities department in TCUD, still making good progress at wastewater treatment plant number 2. Installation of the new multipurpose tank components have been completed, and startup of the upgraded facility is anticipated the second week of July. So we're definitely looking forward to that. The temporary equalization basin will remain in service, until the upgrades over at wastewater treatment plant number 3 are completed and fully operational. So they'll move over to plant 3 once they finish up over at plant 2. Staff is processing annual backflow prevention test reports and coordinating follow-up activities for properties that have not yet met the testing requirement. Utilities Department continues to monitor drought conditions as we're still under stage 2. Residents are encouraged to continue helping us practice water conservation measures, dial back some on the irrigation as you can, and try to cut out any other outdoor water usage as much as possible. Even though the rain was welcome, we're still way behind and need to get a lot more. So upcoming work, painting of the multipurpose tank is scheduled down at treatment plant 2 as the project continues towards its anticipated startup. Following that startup, work will begin to transition to the planned upgrades over at the other plant, over at plant 3, which will include blowers and diffusers, electrical system improvements, and things like that. With our police department, their monthly stats for May, they had 469 calls for service, 45 incident reports with a response time of 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Property crimes, we had 3 in the month of May. We did conduct a little over 3,400 property checks and issued 127 "you could have been a victim" notices around the city. Community engagements, had participated in 5 community events and had 24 community outreaches. And then we did have 1 crimes against persons. Traffic stops, they conducted 688. Parking citations, they issued 59, and worked 16 traffic accidents in the month of May. And unfortunately, we still are fighting DUIs. So they had 3 DUI arrests and 18 other custodial arrests during the month of May. This past week, if you were following them on social media, you saw they had an absolute great time with Camp Cadet. Thank you to everyone who supports this program, especially the sponsors of Camp Cadet. Had a lot of kids, had a lot of fun, a lot of positive interactions, not only with just our police department, but with a lot of other public agencies, public safety agencies. I want to congratulate the following personnel on their promotions that become effective on June 22nd. Justin Myers promoting to sergeant on patrol shift B. Officer McCormick has been promoted to sergeant, and she'll, in addition to her community officer duties, she'll also be overseeing our investigations division. Presley Mayo has been promoted to corporal on B shift. Jurdick Sierra promoted to corporal on D shift. And Alan Catarino has been promoted to corporal on our traffic unit. So congratulations to all of them. Chief Crosby puts them through a very rigorous promotional process, testing and scenarios. And if they get promoted, they absolutely earned it. So congratulations to all of them. Police Department wants to encourage everyone to download the police department's mobile app. While I'm on it, I'll go ahead and encourage everybody to download the city app. But definitely the police app for real-time information on the 4th of July throughout that day with parking, traffic changes, things of that nature. Download that app. We'll send it right to your phone, and you'll get it real time. Please remember July 4th will be closed on July 4th for the parade beginning at 8:45. So if you need to leave the city, get out before then. If you're coming back in, you're going to have to wait till after the parade. And during the fireworks that night, remember there's no parking on TKK Drive in the median or the shoulder of the road. Park in designated areas as instructed by our law enforcement, please. And then I'm going to circle back around to Parks and Rec. Fall sports registration, believe it or not, is officially open for TKK residents. It'll open up for everybody July 1, but signups will run until August 1st, so don't wait to get registered, as some programs may close prior to August 1st just based on space and availability. So don't get upset if you wait until the end of July to register and your child's class or sport and age group is completely full. Go ahead and get on there now. All that can be found on our website. Also excited to announce the expansion of our flag football program with the addition of a 14U passing league for participants, league age 13 and 14. Again, rules and all other information can be found on the website. Want to really thank our maintenance staff with Parks and Rec for the Windward Median project. They finished up last week. It looks absolutely beautiful. If you haven't driven to Fire Station 2 at Hunga Left in quite some time, you'll be thoroughly surprised, I'm sure. But they did an excellent job out there. And I want to thank specifically Joe Hedgepeth on his vision on that plan. He came up with the design and whatnot, but it was definitely a full team effort. And our public works staff even got involved and helped with some of the old tree removals before everything went in. So glad to see that project finished up. They're almost done with the entry sign at the golf course, as you saw on your way to the meeting tonight. Be putting in flowers probably next week, and got some river rock to put down, and then the lettering, TKK Golf Club will go on there. Excuse me. As soon as that is ready. Speaking of July 4th, several phenomenal events scheduled for the July 4th weekend. Visit our events page on our website. There is a lot out there. It is multiple days of just Americana galore. We were laughing upstairs. It looks like Uncle Sam threw up in City Hall. So Caroline Hasty's done a great job getting everything ready for that. And with that, I'm going to ask Caroline to come up to the podium to give y'all an update from the Best Damn Festival that we had last month. So Caroline, podium is yours.
Wow. Okay, thank you. Dustin's going behind me. Oh, wow. What a great event Best Damn was. It just blew our minds what happened this year, and I can definitely say it's an event that the city and our community has enjoyed. We have 2 festivals a year, and the rest of the year is all community events. And our 2 festivals is when we showcase our city. We showcase our businesses, and we showcase our businesses that come out, and even our council and our beautiful city. But we're doing an overview for the Best Damn Food Festival. And this is our 3rd year, so it's officially an annual event. If you know me, that's important. The 3rd annual food festival was held in TK and surpassed all previous benchmarks, drawing our largest crowd to date to our community. The milestone marks not just another successful event, it affirms that the festival has firmly established itself as one of the premier community gatherings in York County and across the Carolinas. Each year we return, we are stronger, and this year was no exception. Local businesses showed up as true partners: Pucker Butt Pepper Company, Rock Hill Coca-Cola, Dick's Sporting Goods. The Garrison, Hoof Barrel, Wilbur's Last Ride, Visit York County, Fort Mill, Ford, all took care of our bands, while TKK Live was a huge partner in social media. What made it work, this event being so successful, was the citywide collaboration. Fire, police, public works, finance, Parks and Rec, and City Hall all played active roles alongside 12 volunteers from our city. Mayor Miller and council members, Foltz, Hyslip, and Jones, thank you for participating and being there, as well as our city manager. Thank you. It means a lot. We see it. The feedback overwhelmingly through surveys, through people coming into our community and talking with all of us, was overwhelmingly positive and centered on one theme: how well they were treated. How well they were treated is huge. When, you remember how you felt when someone talked to you. Well, that's what we kept getting back. Vendors kept saying, we just really like coming to TKK. Y'all were so good to us. As we look to year 4, we're focused on growth, deeper partnerships, and continue to make TKK a destination worth returning to. Our best dessert was LKN Cheesecakery from Conover, and our best damn entree was Pinot Pitas from Charlotte. So, and we're going to follow up. I know the mayor loves numbers. So we have a present for you, Mayor. Dustin?
Good evening, council. I did not do a spreadsheet tonight, but maybe next year. I'm either Caroline just enjoys me talking, or I'm just giving her a breath before she can come back up here. But she asked me to give you some data and some numbers that we were able to get from our friends at Visit York County. They utilize a software called Placer, which can give you up to date on the specific time, the date, and everything like that. So we estimated we had 15,000 visits between 2 and 10 p.m. at Catawba Park for the Best Damn Food Festival. So pretty amazing. They were able to break that down at 48%, so roughly about 7,100 people came from 29708. So TKK came out to this event, which we are so excited to say that. An additional 12% from 29715, so about 60% of your participants came from the TKK Fort Mill area. So amazing. Like, I think that's fantastic as to what we're doing. The average time spent at the park was roughly 2 hours and 6 minutes, so we didn't scare people off too quickly. And an overwhelming majority spent more than 2.5 hours at the park. That was about 26% of the overall group of people spent more than 2.5 hours there. So just wanted to say another kudos to all of our staff, residents, and everyone involved. And of course, Miss Caroline Hasty. We can't do it without her, or you would see way much more of me. I think she's a little bit better to view. So I just want to say thank you all for your support. We do appreciate it, and we look forward to doing it again next year. So back to you.
He's funny how he likes to leave. It's just been a great experience all the way around to see everybody get involved, and it means a lot. So guess what's happening next? I'm so excited. We are getting ready for the talk about our favorite of the city's favorite event of the year. Would you like to? Vanna, thank you. I'm so excited to be here tonight to talk about one of my favorite times of the year, our city's birthday celebration. And this year is extra special. You should be already hearing it unless you've been under a rug. Not only are we celebrating our city's 44th birthday, and we are so celebrating our entire nation's semi-quincentennial, did I say that right? 250 years. A full rundown of our planned events is available on the city website, and I have copies here at the desk for anyone who'd like one. As always, we have some exciting things lined up, and this year we're adding something special, a new brand that I am especially proud of. We are launching a coloring program. Here you go. For all school-aged children, called Leaders of Tomorrow. And here's how it works. Kids can download a coloring sheet. Or email me. They can get this coloring sheet right here. And they can get it on the website. They can come to City Hall and pick it up, or email me directly. And we will get them one. Complete this coloring sheet. Bring it into City Hall, and thanks to the wonderful ladies here in City Hall who support this effort, and a big thank you to our Utilities Department and to Development Services for making this possible. Each child who turns in a completed coloring sheet will receive a South Carolina 250 goodie bag while supplies last. So we have 200 in these, so we're hoping to get 200. Here you go. We will be accepting coloring sheets beginning tomorrow through July 3rd, and it'll be right in City Hall, which we're super excited about. But honestly, the goodie bags aren't even the best part. The best part is what we're going to do with those drawings. We hope to fill City Hall with them, because those pages aren't just coloring sheets, they are a glimpse into the future. They show us what our children dream about, what they hope for, what the next generation of patriots of this great country will look like, and what in their eyes. We cannot wait to see what our future leaders have in store for us. Thank you, Council. Do you have any questions about your fun time? It's going to be a fun-filled day. Okay. I'm counting heads.
Thank you,
I
Caroline.
appreciate your time. Thank you. Well, you can have that back.
Thank you, Council.
All right, you guys get to follow that with your committee and commission reports. Planning Commission met?
So the Planning Commission met. They met Monday, June 1st. There was a quorum, so it was good stuff. There was a discussion regarding the Marina Overlay District, the beautification overlay. So over the next couple of months, the staff is going to work with the Planning Commission to refine specific recommendations and then develop a proposed zoning code language for City Council to consider. That's going to align with the comprehensive plan that we just passed a few months ago. And the staff presented a whole bunch of examples of what this beautification plan could look like potentially that is actually in place in other cities. So they had homework to go off and do some research of their own, and so they can have some more conversations for the next meeting to see what they want to implement and bring to our beautification overlay that we have here. And that's it.
Thank you. Did anyone else have a committee that met? Okay. All right, we are going to move on to item 2, public comments. And we do have some residents that have signed up. And I will just remind you, there is a 3-minute limit to the conversation. And we are also, everyone should be aware that our discussions are based on anything that falls under the jurisdiction of City Council. And Phil Mondrowski. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for
Madam Mayor,
coming.
council members, 2 things really quick. First, I want to thank the Utilities Department who came to my door a couple weeks ago, knocked on it and said, your water meter is still running, and it was running overnight. They identified I had a leak. I got it fixed. I'm like, where I came from elsewhere, we didn't have that kind of community. So that was really nice. I loved it. I am Phil Mondrowski. I live just across the 10th hole here. I'm in the Lake Forest neighborhood. I am one of those 82X bus patrons. I've been doing it for the past 7 years. So I got the information about where we are right now. I was reading your agenda online, so that's why I came, because I thought it would be still be on the agenda item. I just wanted to let you all know if you do undertake some kind of an investigative or research over the next 6 months to provide any kind of feedback or cooperation, you have my name and email, and I'll be happy to participate as someone who's been riding the 82X for the past 7 years. The difference being, before COVID, there were 4 routes in the morning, there were 4 routes in the afternoon. Regardless of what CATS may be asserting, there are seasonalities. So when school's back in session, there's a lot more patronage, there's a lot more usage. And again, it's a shame for the 25 of us in the morning and in the evening, coming home and getting on and off at Baxter Village site. That's another 20 or 25 cars that are just going to be on the road now. So I understand the way CATS announced it to us, standing at the stop, it's going to be gone next month. We tried moving very quickly, but I get it, trying to get advocacy and, more importantly, funds to try and keep something going with that short fuse. I understand. But if there's anything that we can do to influence or potentially impact getting that returned, I think we got one chance at it. Because after that, I don't think you'll ever recover the ridership that uses it. So, thank you for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alicia Primato.
Good evening, Council. My name is Alicia Formato, 25030 Riley Lane. The sterilization portion of the wildlife management has been a huge success, a world record actually, and a huge source of pride for TKK. 200 does sterilized and no longer breeding, and holding their ecological niches, preventing outside immigration and eating less because they are no longer constantly pregnant and nursing. Additionally, 240 have been removed with culling. Finally, we missed the opportunity to continue the sterilization program last year and therefore have allowed those deer to breed. And so far, we have success to report. Last year's Spotlight survey demonstrates a 57% reduction in population. Residents report less deer. Council and city staff report less complaints. So have we reached our goal? We'll know for sure with continued deer population spotlight surveys, data of browse lines and deer fertility pickups, in addition to check-ins with the community residents. Because after all, this is a social problem. How many deer do the residents of TKK tolerate? And therefore, what should we do about it? As we know from Dr. DiNicola and Dave Henderson, there are very few untagged deer in the areas available for culling. And there are many untagged deer in the still breeding on the far fingers of the peninsula, where the concerns of residents have been the greatest. Additionally, culling will not address these breeding deer, and culling will become more expensive year after year as deer become more scarce and wary. This change in behavior also makes deer less accessible for future sterilization efforts as well. I understand from watching the recent budget meeting that City plans on performing annual spotlight surveys on the updated transects as recommended by Dr. DiNicola. I also understand from the budget meeting that Councilwoman Heather Jones identified what is really being considered this year. We are too late in this year to contract Dr. DiNicola to come back in fall of 2026 to perform sterilization. Therefore, this year, the only method that could possibly be considered is culling. And I think many residents can join me in relief that at the recent town hall meeting, Mayor Miller spoke of embracing a pause year this year. Let's take time to pause, gather data, and consult with experts like Dr. DiNicola on data interpretation. He can advise community leaders on how we effectively and sustainably reduce our deer population long-term, not a short-term reduction of a couple dozen individuals each year. The true problem lies in the high reproduction rate, not on individual numbers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gus Machinas.
Gus Machunas, 376 Calming Way. Sorry to be like a bad rash that just won't go away. First and foremost, for anybody who didn't know, I want to thank Madam Mayor, Council, Charlie, and the rest of your staff for arranging the meeting last week. I very much appreciate that. Thanks for paying some attention for us. I want to recap some of that. We highlighted that there were turbidity curtains put in Evans Creek when Walmart was being built by Newland, and that they should not have been installed without permits and should not have been the primary means of sediment control. We as a group would like to see the documents from DHEC permits on the Newland development to find out if they were permitted, the turbidity curtains, who installed them, and what other means of sediment control upstream were in place, as DES kept mentioning. Maybe we could hold Newland somehow accountable for this. There was a pond that Miller built on the salvage yard property, was not legal, was not permitted. He built it. Then it was remediated, also without permits. We'd like to know, did that impact water flow, velocity, on those, and that kind of things. One of the other things that came out that sounded promising, I know it's a long shot, but I'll take any shot we can get right now, that there are some grants that are possible, and possible other sources for permission for dredging. They mentioned specifically the city of Greenville and some of their remediation projects that they've undergone there. And I know that's a much different deal, but still, if there's federal money out there or state money out there to alleviate this problem or remediate this problem, then we would like for that to be explored also by staff or council or whomever. Charlie, you mentioned that the velocity seems to increase exponentially when it comes out underneath the Stonecrest. Can something be done to slow that down? That's what's causing the erosion of the stream bed, which is filling in the cove at a very quick rate. Lastly, for those of you, some of you have been, I would like to invite anyone who would like to come to my home. I will take you down there and show you. And I think if you saw that and realized, it's heartbreaking for one, but it's damn near criminal. But to sit down there and see what has happened to that cove over the last 10, 12, 15 years, whatever, it is absolutely heartbreaking. And this time, I'm not going to get run off when my 3 minutes go up because I'm going to leave with 18 seconds left. Thank you. And Charlie, I do thank you guys for arranging that. Okay, all of you.
Thanks.
Lisa Brzezinski.
You got my name right. Thank you. Lisa Brzezinski, 564 Placid Court. Continuing to voice my concern over the changes that have occurred and continue to occur with respect to the inflow of sediment into Nivens Creek. As stated previously, the current drought has made visible the magnitude of what has flowed into and is now deposited there in Nivens. And that's, of course, occurred over the last 10 plus years. It's now clear that some sort of remediation will be necessary for those of us in Serenity Point to regain water depth in order to restore the dock and boat access we once enjoyed. How would you react if someone slowly filled your swimming pool with sand? I, for one, would like to return the sediment back to its rightful owner. This situation should concern anyone with lakefront property on the Nivens, including the Beechwood Cove on the other side. Actions the city should be considering or taking, and I know there have been some discussions, can we hold past and present developers accountable for their contributions to this damage? Do we need to establish a remediation fund? Can we assist with required permitting for dredging? Can we assist in facilitating a location to hold, manage, and disposition the dredgings? We've got it, in order to restore it, it's gonna have to be moved. Please help us protect our property values as well as the lifestyle we enjoy and wish to continue in TGK. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Allison Scardino.
Thank you. Allison Scardino, 565 Placid Court, also Serenity Point. And Nivens Creek, just here to again reiterate what my neighbors have said and keep asking for some help. Continuing to watch with each rain, more and more sediment keeps coming in. With the previous couple of rains, it's buried our intake for our watering our yards. We've had to go out and manually dig them out. We are very, very blessed. I love to come here and listen to all these wonderful things that our city has, and we love living here. And we are really blessed to own some great properties in Serenity Point, especially if what has been said is going to happen there on Stonecrest Boulevard comes to fruition. Those are going to be some of the best properties in the Charlotte area, especially lake access, if we can continue to have lake access. So yes, please, we're continuing to ask for your help. Also, just voicing some concern. I saw a post on Facebook, some property for sale off of Hubert Graham. That again would continue to bring sediment into our area. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ashley Hill.
Hi, everybody. Ashley Hill, 12106 Baywoods Drive. Here to talk about the 82X. I just recently discovered the 82X, which is a commuter bus that transports from Rock Hill up to Charlotte, UNCC Charlotte. My first thought was, why the heck didn't I know about this before? I commute uptown, and if any of you guys do that, it's brutal. You know that it's brutal. So this provides a direct connection. Uptown Charlotte reduces traffic, lowers parking demand, which is also very expensive, $200. We know that our area is getting busier. It's growing. Our own comprehensive plan recognizes that transportation is critical to managing this growth. We all know that traffic isn't going to get better. More people are coming, more homes are being built, more cars are hitting our roads every day. So the question is, why are we eliminating this transportation option? The proposed alternative, the 41X out of Steel Creek, is further away and is more crowded in a less direct route. The 82X is already here. It already works. It already serves our community, but it's set to be discontinued at the end of this month. I recently had the opportunity to speak with former Charlotte City Mayor and North Carolina Governor Pat McCrory, who was instrumental in building Charlotte's transportation system, public transportation system. His reaction was simple. He was very disappointed to hear that, number one. Number two, he does believe that growing regions needs more transportation choices, not fewer. So tonight, I'm asking council to be a strong advocate for preserving the 82X and to work with York County and our regional partners to find a funding solution. And just, we're serious about growth. We need to invest in this infrastructure that supports it. Little tidbit for you, the funding gap does not appear to be super far apart. It's a pretty modest number according to Rock Hill. Rock Hill is willing to contribute $10,000 per month. They just need kind of partnership to share that with York County, Fort Mill, and Rock Hill. So we could do something, work out some kind of solution. I'd be appreciative. Also, while I have time, it's been brought to my attention that our yard sale signs have gone up. So now we require a $40 deposit for each yard sale sign versus I think it was $25 before. If you're getting 2 to 3 signs, you're fronting more money than you're probably going to make in this yard sale. So on behalf of Maisie, if you're listening, Maisie, let's fix the signs. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Next up is approval of our minutes from the May 18th, 2026 regular council meeting, and if I could have a motion to approve those minutes as they have been presented, please.
Madam Mayor, member of the council, motion to approve the minutes from the regular city council meeting of May 18th, 2026.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, motion to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That carries unanimously. All right. Item number 4, committee and commission appointments. Charlie, is this you?
Yes, ma'am. So we had another applicant for our Stormwater Environmental Committee, and that person is Nicholas Berrettini. So I'll present that name for council's consideration at this time.
Okay. All in favor of appointing Nicholas Berrettini as part of the current Stormwater and Environmental Committee?
I'd like to make a motion to present or to approve the nominee for the committee as presented by the city manager.
And a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
That motion carries unanimously. All right, moving on to item number 5, our unfinished business. First one being consideration and second reading of an ordinance 612 to adopt the 2026-27 budget.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of council. In accordance with state law, last month we had our public hearing that is required, and council did give a favorable first read. At this time, we would ask for a favorable second on our 2026-2027 fiscal year budgets. Just as a quick recap, it still has the millage rate at 86 mills, general fund at $19,934,331, Beach and Swim Center Fund at $179,850. Our Utilities Fund at $8,457,297. Our Stormwater Fund at $1,464,479. And our Events Fund at $243,440. And finally, our H-Tax Fund at a projected $425,000.
Thank you. If I could have a motion to approve the second reading of our ordinance to adopt the fiscal year 2026-27 budget, please.
Madam Mayor and members of council, motion to approve the consideration and second reading of an ordinance to adopt the fiscal year 2026-2027 budgets.
And a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. All right. Item B is consideration of a second reading of an ordinance 613 to repeal and replace section 50-97 of the city's code relating to abandoned and derelict vehicles.
Sure. Cut it off. Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of council. This ordinance is, as the mayor stated, makes an amendment to Section 50-97 as it relates to abandoned and derelict vehicles, specifically on private properties, as state code covers abandoned vehicles on public properties. And it does clarify that process and how that process may go. As council has given a favorable first read on this ordinance, we would respectfully request a favorable second at this time.
Okay. If I could have a motion, please, to accept as a second reading the motion to approve the ordinance 613 to repeal and replace section 50-97 of the city's code relating to abandoned and derelict vehicles.
Madam Mayor, members of council, I make a motion to approve the second reading of an ordinance to repeal and replace section 50-97 of the city's code as it relates to abandoned and derelict vehicles.
And a second? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. All right, moving on to new business, item number 6, consideration of approving funds to repair the lighting system in the Glennon Center. Charlie, if you could give us some background on that.
Yes, ma'am. So the system that controls the dimming function of the can lights in the ballroom has become obsolete and no longer works. It stopped working a few months ago as we were trying to have a contractor, what we thought were just replace the dimmable ballast on those lights. It's not just the ballast, but it's also this control lighting system. So we're requesting for council's approval to be able to move forward with this work and be able to get that lighting system, basically bypassing the electronic system to a more simpler system to be able to control and dim those lights as they were intended to be able to do.
Okay. I will ask for a motion to approve the funds necessary to repair the lighting system in the Glennon Center.
Madam Mayor and members of council, motion to approve the funding at an amount not to exceed $13,000 in order to repair the lighting system in the Glennon Center.
And a second?
Second.
I would like to open this for discussion also for any questions or comments that council would like to bring forward.
Charlie, you had sort of shared something, thank you for that background on what this was. In comparison, do you have a rough estimate what a full replacement or update of the system would set us back versus this $13,000?
It's the way it's been described to me to buy a new system, an updated system, would be anywhere between $20,000 and $30,000.
Thank you.
And then we would still have to fix the lights so that they actually worked. That's just for the control system itself.
Okay, thank you.
Just to clarify the timeline of this, we were aware originally before Garrison took over that there were some issues with some lighting, but we were not aware of the extent of the issue.
That is correct.
Once they came on board, we realized that there was a ballast issue, which then progressed into we can't find replacement parts for the main system issue. And that is why it is now on our desk rather than on the Garrison side for
Yes, ma'am.
replacing this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And Charlie, just to verify, this is just going to change basically the on-off dimming system. It's not replacing every light in the.
Correct. All the lights that are currently out, which I believe there are 28 of them that are out right now in the ballroom, the can lights, it would get those functioning and replace the keypad, the keypads that are on the wall that control the dimming levels to a just more simpler dimming switch, like you would possibly see in your house. Because the amount is projected to be over 10 grand, we do have it out for bid. We are anticipating that coming in around about this number, at which point I, in accordance with the procurement code, can award that once those come in. Those bids are due back on the 22nd of June.
Okay. Any other discussion or questions? All right. If I could have we've already done the motion, right? Yeah. All right, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
That motion carries unanimously. All right. Gosh, we're already at council comments. We'll start with Councilmember Foltz.
Sure, thanks, Madam Mayor. Wow, I wrote a few things down here, so I'll try not to take too much time. But first of all, congratulations to the city of Tegakay for officially being named the 2025 Tree City USA. Fantastic, and thanks, Tim, and the entire operations team for making the commitment to having an effective urban forestry program and keeping the city beautiful. Thank you very much. Congrats again to the Fort Mill High School boys and girls track and field teams. We bragged on them last month, but we finally got a chance to brag on them in person, so at least a few of the athletes. So phenomenal. The boys first ever, the girls second in a row. Phenomenal achievement. Congratulations to the teams, the athletes who won individual events. Congratulations, Coach Whitaker, the entire coaching staff, especially the families that support these great athletes. We're very proud of your commitment to excellence. And Caleb, thanks again, buddy, for taking on this challenge and to beautify the cemetery. We appreciate your dedication and commitment to beautifying the city and honoring the cemetery. So let us know. I'll be happy to go out there and help you. Just give me a call. All right. Let's see. Congratulations, Chief Hasty and the entire fire department for being recognized as a fire safe city. Fire safe city. Let me slow down. We appreciate your ongoing commitment to keeping the city safe. Congratulations also to all the police officers that were promoted recently. Phenomenal. We love to see that. Folks getting promoted and recognized for exemplary service. So very proud of all those. And also kudos to the police department and fire department for another successful Camp Cadet program. I have it on good authority that was an amazing time. And so, this little fellow lives in my house said he had an awesome time last week. So thank you so much. We really appreciate that. And Independence Day celebration. So Charlie gave us a good rundown, so I won't go through all the specific events there. But I do want to encourage all the residents who are not traveling this year to please make it out. We've got 3 days of celebrations. It's a big one, folks. 44 years as a city and 250 years as a nation. So this is a great time to celebrate our nation's independence and living in a fantastic city. So I hope to see you all out there. Also, kudos to our Parks Rec and Events Department and Public Works for that amazing, the work that was done on Woodward Drive, the median project. Looks phenomenal, fantastic. The city looks so beautiful, and you guys do such an awesome job, so thank you for that commitment. And also want to congratulate, hopefully I don't mess, Nicholas Berrettini for your appointment to the Stormwater and Environmental Committee. Nicholas, hope to meet you, and thanks for your willingness to serve your community. So I think I got through everything I had jotted down, so that's all for me, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Carter.
All right, thank you. I want to say ditto for the majority of stuff that Councilmember Foltz said. I don't want to go off and say everything all over again, but very good job, very good rundown. Also, thank you for everyone that's here in attendance this evening. Appreciate that, and everyone that's watching online as usual. The Eagle Scout Caleb over here, can't wait to see the project and see what it looks like afterwards, so they're really excited about that. There's all kinds of stuff, so ditto to what we go, but I want to talk about boater safety. I talked about it last time. We are a recreational community. We are on the lake. There's a lot of people that are out in the water, on boats, on personal watercrafts, that kind of stuff. Make sure that you have your life jacket on when you jump in the water, even if you know how to swim. If you're just out there floating, put a life jacket on and have a a device that you can actually, hold on to, a floating device. We need to make sure that we stay safe. Over the last month, we've had a couple of incidences on the lake that I just wish they were prevented, and they could have been prevented if there was life jackets out there. So I want to make sure that we're really focusing on that, and if that word can get out and people can really focus on that, I just want to prevent anything like that from happening in the future. So I'm going to change gears on that one. Now I'm going to go into recognition. So I'd like to recognize a person tonight that took upon themselves to organize and bring back the Memorial Day 5K that was here in TKK. It went away a couple of years ago, but as we all know, Memorial Day is a really special time, and it's a special day to reflect on the brave men and women who gave their lives for service for this country. And this person, their vision for the Memorial Day 5K was to provide individuals with an opportunity to move with a purpose and to honor those who have sacrificed for our country, as well as raise money for a wonderful organization, which was called Semper Fi and America's Funds. And that person that I'm talking about is Ryan Hartung. And Ryan, I'd like to say thank you for going off and doing that. It was a wonderful event. I participated in it as well, and I did not break any records or anything like that, but it was a really good turnout for everything, and just good stuff going on that way. So I want to say thank you to Ryan. 4th of July, I can't wait to see everybody out there. I got people coming in town for 4th of July. Just tell all your friends and family, come out and just enjoy all the events that are out there. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councilmember Jones.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. You even stole my ditto, Councilmember Carter, because Jim gets all this stuff. Then I was going to say ditto, and the ditto's already stolen. But I'll just reiterate, yes, thank you. It's great for the proclamations, Caleb. You can add me to your list for working. I actually have a background in historical preservation type things, so I'm more than happy to chat if you have any things about cleanup supplies or things. I saw all of us taking, even if we didn't get your big QR code, we've got little versions over here, so we were all had our phones out behind the scenes. So I am excited to see how that project progresses for you. Councilmember Carter also stole I won't say stole, but got to the water safety issue, but I will touch on heat safety. It has not been quite as hot this week as it was last, but we're still looking at some really high numbers, so please be really careful when you're out there. Hydrate, sunscreen, shade, especially if you've got littles or some of our elderly members of the community, or if you're on certain medications, just please make sure you're taking care of yourself. I was really grateful to see our crew on Windward had a lot of shade and was taking breaks over in the park while they were doing that work. I dropped off some Gatorade the first week when they were out there stripping the trees, because my mom brain kicked in and I was like, oh gosh, it is really hot, and that's a lot of trees they're taking out, but it looks amazing. Congrats again to TK Fire Department on our Fire Safe City certification, and that was so cool to hear about the junior firefighters. I love that you guys do that and you have that program for members of our community. I mean, there's just so much community engagement from our staff and our different departments. Camp Cadet looked like it was a blast, and I would definitely encourage everybody to take a look at the weekend schedule for July 4th coming up. We've got boat parade, land parade, fireworks. I mean, you don't have to go anywhere. You can hang out in the city. And I'll touch on something that our city manager said. If you are going to be here, though, please be responsible and enjoying your weekend. We don't need our DUI numbers going up. We're a golf cart community. There's lots of people who I know would be more than happy to help you get around safely. So please do not drink and drive on that weekend. Please don't find yourself with less fingers at the end of the weekend than you started with for fireworks safety, because it is South Carolina, so you can get them pretty easily. But please be smart about that as well. You don't want to be that person. And thank you to everyone who came and spoke, all of our residents. That takes a lot. I've been on that side. And a variety of topics. I know the 82X has been on the list. I know the silt issue and our wildlife management. So thank you guys for coming out and sharing your thoughts with us. And, we can't reply in real time, but we do appreciate hearing it. And I know there's follow-up conversations that happen on a lot of those topics. And we do hear you. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Hyslip.
Ditto to the 4th. I'll go in reverse order. Thanks for everyone that's here, everyone that's watching at home on YouTube, and everyone that came and spoke. And as Heather just said, we hear you, and we do a lot of work behind the scenes and reach out. And so don't think your comments are falling on deaf ears. Caleb, excited. I got your QR code. I'll make a donation. Willing to help. Maybe we get all 5 of us out there one day and you can put us to work. A great project, though. Excited for you, and can't wait for you to get that Eagle Scout. That's awesome. I would be remiss if I did not congratulate my daughter and her teammates in the Fort Mill track and field boys and girls team. Outstanding. I know I talked about it last month, so I'll just leave it at that. Tim and all the staff, Tree City, USA, you know, it goes beyond just the recognition. City looks awesome. You guys do a great job. Windward in the parks, and it's just a wonderful job. So thank you for that. Chief, Fire Safe City, good job. Keep that going. Proud of you. And then, you know, the fire and the police have had a busy couple months, as Councilman Carter just mentioned. So, you know, thank you for all you do there. And as Councilman Carter and Heather just said, you know, be safe out there, water, roads, everything. Lots going on, excited. And finally, July 4th, here's the challenge. Bring your floats. We got a good one. I just sent in a registration today, so I'm looking forward to it. All right, that's all I got, Mayor.
I don't compete with Tom on the 4th of July floats.
He's on another level.
He's got his own category. I would like to start with the 4th of July and invite everyone to our annual fish fry. It is put on by our Lions Club, and it is a fabulous event. There's going to be music. There's going to be a very special guest this year. Our first mayor, Mayor Tony Terulli, will be joining us as a guest, and where we will be honoring him with the naming of our city hall after him and his legacy. So if you are in town and you'd like to get, the Garrison is providing the fish and the chicken this year, so you know it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So please come and join us, and it's a great time to cool off if you've been outdoors all day, and spend some time listening to music. There will be the birthday cake cut by a big old sword. I'm looking forward to that. No one's ever handed me a sword before to cut a cake or at all, so that'll be exciting. Reminders, we have Chat with Council coming up on next Thursday, the 25th. I will not be in town, but there will be 2 council members that will be taking that, and I cannot remember which one of you it is. I believe it's, I'll remind them. And that is from 6 to 7 p.m. at the police training room. There will also be, this I'm reminding you guys ahead of time, our town hall meeting with our city manager and myself will be in July. So, and it will be the last Thursday of July. So if you guys could put that on your calendars, these are our opportunities to have the back and forth conversation. When you come to us and speak to us, it highlights the concerns, but it doesn't give us an opportunity to engage in the way that we would want to. So both opportunities, it's coming Thursday, the end of July, the last Thursday of July. Those are opportunities for that engagement with you guys. Golf cart safety. We're out on our golf cart a lot more, and we tend to drive in the evenings. Please remember all of the safety regulations. And if you have children in the back seat, please put seatbelts on them. It is the law, but both my husband and I have seen golf carts with kids in the back without the seat belts, and it is such a scary thing to see. So please remember to put those seat belts. As we're sprucing up all the things, definitely the turn into the clubhouse with the new sign, it makes a statement. So excited to see it. And we're also going to be doing some sprucing up in our croquet field, so that'll look all pretty. I don't think it'll be before July 4th. It will be? Oh, yes. So that whole area will be spanking brand, shiny new. So excited. 4th of July is probably, I don't know, it seems like every holiday is my favorite holiday here, but I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to seeing the cart, or the float that is going to come out there, the production, and seeing what everybody else comes up with. I will be in a very dressed up green Jeep. But that's it. Thank you so much for coming. We are going to move on, and I would like a motion for us to go into our executive session to discuss personnel matters related to our chief municipal judge.
Madam Mayor, members of council, I would like to make a motion to adjourn to executive session for discussion of personnel matters as related to the chief municipal judge position.
And a second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. We are now in executive session. Thank you again for being here. We are back in from executive session, and we'll now entertain a motion as it relates to the position of our municipal judge.
Madam Mayor and members of council, I'd like to make a motion to hire Jeffrey Garis as our chief municipal judge for a 4-year term and a salary in accordance with our compensation scale.
Have a motion, and could I have a second, please?
Seconded.
Any discussion? Okay. Just to give a little bit of background, we have conducted interviews. We received a resignation from our current judge. We've conducted 5 different interviews and have chosen one candidate to move forward with. And so with that in mind, could I have all in favor of making an offer to Jeffrey Garis? Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. And now I need a motion to adjourn, please.
Madam Mayor, members of council, motion to adjourn. Bam.
And all in favor? Aye. We are adjourned.